Yeah, it took a sec, but we got it. So there we go. And a best of 7. We'll see how close this ends up being. Obviously, if it went to 5 games last time, I would not be surprised to see it at least go to 6 this time. Although Brownie picks one of the players, just turned the wrong way, slots it behind him in a very, very fast start for Nefarious. Kobex and company want a quick response. Although, nearly something there, but it does hit the post. A lucky 50 was almost severely punishing for Nefarious. Nefarious are playing a bit of a dangerous game in front of their own goal line, but hasn't hurt them just yet. Kobex in alone has 2 players, one in front, one behind. The big difference that I'm seeing so far from this matchup, and mind you, this is the same tier, between this matchup and the last one, is I'm seeing a lot more speed in general. It's really going to help them, more aggression. Obviously, Grand Finals, there's going to be a difference, but it seems to be pretty wide as of now. This tier is 1400 to 1599, so right around the high C3 to about GC2, low GC2 being range. Lightning surely has a clean shot, but no, a perfect shot towards the bottom left, or perfect opportunity rather. The shot is just tossed aside. Unfortunate there. A nice read is down, but what a save by Lightning. At the very least, he didn't miss a scoring opportunity, missed a save at the same time. Nice setup, but is negated by Kobex. The entire Nefarious team was briefly stuck in the back corner. ADI, no boost to work with, has to take a 50, but is lost. Divinity. Brownie has a shot, but Lightning has been pretty good on defense so far. You do have to wonder, though, if that missed shot is going to bite them. Most of the offensive pressure has been in Nefarious' favor so far. Although another nice opportunity, KDI. Nice bump from Kobex, and a demo on Divinity does the job. We are tied up. I'm always an advocate for major physical play, and it seems that Kobex is not afraid to do exactly that. Nefarious are looking for a quick response. Lightning has been really consistent aside from the gap earlier, but his efforts were vindicated. And we're back to square one. Kobex, shot on net, tossed aside by Brownie. Another shot's blocked by KDI. Their defense has been pretty nice so far. 6 saves coming out. Although you do have to wonder, there is a massive void of 4 shots that have shots registered to them, but no saves from the other team. 1 save, 1 goal. Shot actually has to be frustrating right now for FFE 18. And that's almost a crucial miss. Looks like the EU ping is playing tricks on my eyes right now. Brownie to Harrow. Harrow down, but Lightning throws it out. Now it's Divinity's turn, but doesn't get the greatest touch. KDI rushing in. Very little tap towards Lightning, who misses. Kobex is going to keep the pressure, though. So far, the speed has been much nicer. Passing plays have also been quite great. But I have to definitely commend the defense of FFE 18. ADI shot. Brownie actually can't get to it. Backflips instead of double jumping. Wanted to lean back, but I've done that all too many times to know exactly what happened. 2-1 with 21 seconds left. Nefarious are in the driver's seat. Or on their back foot, rather. FFE's in the driver's seat. Looks like FFE wants to continue such a trend. Although Harrow barreling towards the other direction. Kovacs has been a pain in their side. Divinity maybe wanted a quicker shot. Lightning fantastic once again. Kovacs pass over to KDI. They just need to ground it to take this game one. Brownie, cross, Divinity to send it to overtime underneath the crossbar. Dead center, Divinity clutches up. But more ice is needed as we're heading to overtime in game one. The same scenario that we saw in the last series, but an elevated level of play. Who takes this one? Who knows? It's been back and forth the entire time. If FFE can lock down that shooting accuracy, I think they have a slight advantage. ADI long shot is wide. Brownie has been a little bit shaky so far. Kovacs, you don't miss those ones very often. And Nefarious certainly thankful that he did. ADI. Unfortunate 50 means they'll have to reset. Lightning, that one goes way over his head. KDI is back, wants a double tap. Gets a 50, but is won by Harrow. Pressure is from both sides, but nobody is quite broken through with a great opportunity so far. I've noticed they've been tending to go off these corners a lot. At this level of play, those corner plays are going to be read day and night. I want to see a little bit more creativity. Obex, KDI is up, shot, gets it past one, but off target. Kovacs is a clear pass down, although Brownie a nearly disaster, but Harrow gets in the way, recognizing the danger. Uncharacteristic miss. Lightning just trying to get anything. A longer overtime than we saw in the previous series. It's getting more tense by the second. Lightning. Long clear down. Nefarious. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Oh no, almost a crucial miss. I thought that was in for just a moment. Lucky it wasn't, and we move on. 2 minutes have elapsed. Kovacs on Harrow. Harrow has no boost. Finally a little left in the tank. Awkward though. Lightning shot just gets pushed towards the crossbar. KDA had a free net, and it doesn't find its way in. An extra half of a game is now in the books. And still nobody decided, but half a game is all Kovacs needs. Puts it away 3-2, and a game one victory finds its way. A comeback win for FFE 18. And what a pretty one that was. A couple of rough efforts to start things off, but they do get the job done. Shots fairly even so far, but they do reflect the scoreline in general, 12-9. But you still see a little bit of a void in the saves, the shots. It happens though. They rebounded, they regained, but it just wasn't enough. They started to get a little nervous. And Brownie, despite looking shaky in a lot of scenarios, ended up being at the top of the scoreboard. So I feel like with just a little less nerves, if they can lock down a bit more, Nefarious is going to make this an incredibly close series. Overall, they're incredible stuff. I mean, you can see exactly why this series was so close earlier, why these two are at the top of their tier. And they're going to continue to put on a show for us in Game 2. No kickoff goal this time, so I'm not going to have to play down early, although just as I speak, Lightning shuts me up in just 14 seconds, puts away a nice redirect into a fairly open net. Opportunity for a defense to save, but Divinity just pre-jumps at Lightning, recognized it. Perfect shot. Harrow. Even to start things off after that last kickoff, Brownie could have possibly gone for a demo on Kobex, but it didn't matter because Brownie's there for the shot, puts it in. We're back to a tie game fairly quickly. A quick rebound from Nefarious. We've seen rebounds and comebacks everywhere so far. Lightning continues to show his defensive dominance. Defensive dominance in the dominus, even better. Doing a fantastic job at keeping this down, although surely a free net. Yeah, okay. I would have had plenty of questions if that one had not found its way in at some point or another. Very fast comeback. Nefarious now just need to defend such a lead. Kobex wants a solo play, likely going straight down. Had the read, but Brownie, an awkward save, does make it happen though. ADI down to Kobex. Kobex quick shot is off the backboard. Nicely defended towards the corner for Brownie. Kobex should have a shot on net, but that is quickly said no to by Divinity. Although FFE 18 are continuing the pressure. Kobex shot off the crossbar. It looks like with a little bit more boost, Harrow could have had a free opportunity the other way. Divinity, nice flick right under the head crossbar. Just gives a little love tap. And from that distance, a flick of that power and prestige is not going to be saved by anyone. Nefarious coming out much stronger to start out this game than the last. But with so much time left, you can't keep your foot off the gas. Nice bumps. Divinity almost accidentally saved by his teammate, but he gets out of the way just in time. 4-1 lead. And ironically, this is about the exact same scenario that we saw ourselves in Game 2 of last series. Divinity has almost a free net, but Harrow off the ceiling. Ceiling pass is one of my favorite things to have ever existed in Rocket League, and they're taking advantage. Well, the pressure continues on. Lightning is extremely awkward. Bumped Divinity down, but KDI has come in clutches. 3 goals is not great, but 4 goals is almost death. They've done a very good job on defense and keeping their rotations extremely clean, because you can play a little bit of a boom ball if you know what you're doing, because if you have every single person immediately behind you, nobody's going to be able to catch up to that ball. But if you see an opportunity where a teammate might be just a little too far out for your liking, boom ball can be okay in that scenario, because it both relieves pressure and gets it to your teammate who can start a counterattack. They've kept Nefarious on fairly low boost at the moment. Lightning is awkward. Kobex has to back off, but only for a moment. Nice control off the wall. Everybody's quite awkward right now. Divinity just wanted a little bit of a love tap, but FFE 18 were able to get back down. Nobody making contact with that ball, a rare occurrence. Divinity in alone with no boost. Gets a lot of the pressure, but defense has still been fairly solid for FFE 18. The shooting accuracy remains to be a problem. Only 4 shots, but two of them have gone into the void. Lightning shot on net. That's another one that's going to go into the void now. 3 shots. Just a little bit more accuracy would be nice. Make Nefarious work for it. However, nothing's quite detrimental yet. A 1-1 series tie surely in the books, excluding a beyond of miracle. And with that last touch to the side, Game 2 is going to Nefarious. We will at least see a Game 5, and this series turns out to be just as close as I expected it to. This time, shot totals have seemed to really tell the story so far. And once again, it hasn't necessarily been lopsided at all, but 9-6, Nefarious has come out on top, but the trope of those shots that have found themselves into the void without a save or anything credited to them, it's going to continue to be the storyline until FFE can just pick things up, you know? If they can't get their shot accuracy down, then they're not going to have as much of a chance as they typically would against Nefarious. They have plenty to prove, but mechanics need to be on point, lock it down. Their problems might be vindicated soon. Teams have joined up Game 3 to decide who finds himself on a 2-1 advantage and just one game closer to that gorgeous match point and a grand finals victory. Kobex wanting to start things off strong, but not the greatest touch. Harrow. Free opportunity. Divinity needs a tap down into the top left corner. What a play right there. Little tic-tac-toe at an extremely difficult angle. Oh, nothing short of gorgeous. Nefarious need a quick response. They had one last game. But as the series grows longer, it gets tougher and tougher. Almost a nice bump, but somebody was there to take care of the damage. Very conservative play right now from FFE. I'm starting to worry about it. I like more bump attempts coming out of Nefarious, but and then that's tough right there. Surely a free net. KDI puts the last shot on it. If Lightning had that on target, that was almost certain to have gone in, but they do have to wait for another opportunity. And preferably just make one themselves. You can't be constantly relying on your opponent's mistakes again. And there's another one going into the void. It's continuing to haunt them, and I wonder how their mentals are right now with that. Especially if they're listening to the stream. I'm sure it doesn't help if they're listening to me talk about it. But they need to put that aside them, or the series is going to be over much quicker than you would expect. Divinity down to Harrow. Shot, but saved. Kobex down to KDI. Misses a shot yet again. Divinity shot. Kobex has control off the ceiling, but nobody there. Nice pop shot for KDI. That one was on target, but too slow to make any sort of difference. It's been a much slower game to start things off. I was commenting on the speed earlier, and there we go. More shot accuracy. They need to somehow put one away, and KDI pulls out a little bit of magic. Realizes that he had a missed shot off of the sidewall, but vindicates the effort. We're back even. And this has been a fairly even game, all things considered, although a crucial back foot from Kobex. The nerve might be starting to get to him. 2-1, an extremely fast response after just a really rough mistake. ADI over to Kobex. Shot on net. But nothing happens. Divinity wants a ground double, but Kobex is just going to throw that one on net. Then another one. I hate to continue commenting on them. Luckily, they do find a way forward, so we're back to tie yet again. This time 3 shots so far. Wild ride of a game 3 is just going to continue to get more interesting. Kobex wins a clean 50. Can't get it past Harrow, though. Nefarious, a little awkward on defense. Lightning wants to capitalize, fakes. They maintain some more pressure. It's over off the back wall. Divinity. Everybody playing much slower than the rapid start we had. Divinity, dangerous pre-jump. Harrow is in alone for a sec, but does get enough of a touch. Brownie off the backboard. Divinity up for the shot. Down. Bang! Nice shot from Divinity. And they have reclaimed their 1-goal lead so far. If we've seen anything, if we've seen a pattern from FFE so far, really this entire game has been responses. ADI, a long clear out. Hasn't done them a whole lot of favors just yet. Kobex towards the mid, but Brownie gets a huge time-wasting clear and possibly another goal out of it. 2-goal lead. We've seen crazy comebacks so far on the LOS Champs channel, but will another one be in store? Favorable kickoff. I think that probably would have been better left to Kovacs to just rip one on net. Mechanics struggling. Kovacs, and that will do it. Game number 3 is going to go to Nefarious, as that one will tap the ground. A 2-1 series lead. And surprisingly, the least eventful so far. If we take a look at the shot totals this time, FFE, the tide's been turned a little bit. They have more shots. They have 8 shots. Nefarious had 6, but the accuracy just continues to plague them, unfortunately. It hasn't been too bad, so Leicester going into the void, but they just need to find more ways to push through. I haven't seen a whole lot of passing plays coming out of either team right now, so I feel like if they can lock down on something like that, then they're going to have a much easier time. I feel like they've proven time and time and again that it's really tough to go through either of these defenses, but if you can go around them, you might have a much easier time, especially when that hasn't been the theme of the game. You can start to catch people off guard, but just by changing little things, tweaking little knobs here and there, be it the demos, the shots, the general play style, you're going to throw somebody off, and it could end up being in your favor as long as you know what you're doing. Game 4, though, to possibly send this one to a guaranteed Game 6 later in the series. Absolutely crucial for both sides. Whoa, what just nearly an insane own goal right now. I mean, I'm sure everyone here has heard the phrase that if you can't, the best goals that you score are usually on your own net. Nice shot, but what a save by Divinity, swooping in and looking to get some pressure and a counterattack the other way. It's taken a second for them to get out there. Back pass, Lightning. Lightning's been wonderful on defense. The Dominus is mainly used for its mechanics, although we haven't seen any of them flaunted from him so far. Kovacs pass towards the middle. Lightning backs off from the shot. Much faster start to this game. I'm liking to see it. Oh, and a nice passing play. Again, like I see there, the passing plays are going to be crucial to mix up that sort of play. Arrow, nice shot. Actually finds a way through. It sneaks by both defenders on opposite sides. And a 1-0 lead earlier for Nefarious, wanting to put a commanding 3-1 series lead. Double commits are the only thing I can really notice so far that's possibly going to be a later issue for Nefarious. Oftentimes on defense as well, it seems like they're having trouble getting those quick calls off and maybe completely trusting their opponents, or maybe having too much trust in themselves and just trying to do everything, but an unlucky 50 finds its way through a multi-goal lead. And KDI cannot kick himself very much for that one. Not KDI, rather Kovacs. The entire team even. Nobody expected that with such a thing going on. There's not a whole lot you can do about it, as the rotations are perfectly fine. Just draw the short end of the stick on occasion. KDI wants to change the story the other way, but is stifled fairly quickly. More physical play coming out. KDI, nice placement right there. The bottom right corner was one of the only places that Nefarious, or that Brownie, could not have gotten to that. Absolutely brilliant to cut this lead in half. Some interesting updates from the pro side of things in the Group C. The one that has kind of raised eyebrows for a lot of people. Secret and Liquid are both 2-0. Ground Zero and Gladiators are both 0-2. So Secret and Liquid will fight it out to see who gets an auto-qualify to top 8, and Ground Zero and Gladiators the match of the century, as hopefully somebody out there will say. They will fight to see who goes home and who moves on. Pressure continues to be immense for Nefarious, but FFE have done a good job dealing with it so far. So far, it's been fairly on par with what we've seen in terms of shot production from the previous games, 4-4. And ever since game one ended, I've noticed, oh, well, I almost, looks like I'm being shut up for a sec. I was thinking that I've noticed very minimal mistakes from Brownie since the slightly shaky game one. And it looks like actually in part to a bump from Kobeck. Smart play right there, got just enough in the way. And we're back at a tie game. A multi-goal comeback is surely nice on the mentals for FFE, but now they need to finish the job. Divinity, boom ball out. One of the boom balls that you don't like to see is there is no teammate with an immediate pass. Brownie, clean beat over one. That's a tough angle, so nobody goes up for it. Oh, the shot and the touch quality has not been amazing from FFE the last few seconds. They're finding a way. Harrow needs a long clear, gets just somewhat short clear, but it is off the crossbar, but a strange miss from Brownie. Harrow comes in to save the day. Very shaky, but they do come out of it alive. There's still plenty of time on the clock. A disaster struck. Disaster. Nearly striking for FFE, not a great shot, so keep the follow-up, full boost. Over one, but it is rainbows over the net, so... Final countdown is reaching its final bits. KDI can't get a shot on. Lightning had a setup for what would have been surely a goal, but we head to our second overtime of the series. And we'll see how long this one continues. Last one went for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But I've watched overtimes as quick as 3 seconds, as long as over 10. KDI almost fakes out Brownie, but just has enough momentum in the other direction. Although crucial miss right there. Brownie in a 1v1 against KDI. KDI air dribble, but no, it is fairly easily saved. Lightning, boom out. Harrow off the corner. Brownie had a shot on net. Divinity is back, is up for the shot. Down, but saved by Lightning yet again. Harrow follow up. Off the corner and straight down, though. Nefarious have had all the pressure starting this overtime. Will they break through? Will one counterattack the other way be their kryptonite? That's an awkward touch right there. Brownie off there. Divinity is there. Nobody jumped on the side of FFE, and they get bit for it. A 3-1 series lead. And what happened there? Yeah, it just took too long for anyone to jump for it. Lightning did not see the incoming shot. Overtime, a tough one, a bit of a shorter round this time. But overall, an extremely even game, to be completely honest. There was nothing in that really screamed anything poor to me. So everything just kind of went there, and it looks like KDI is asking for a tactical timeout. We will get a note from our producers. I am not sure the rules of the tactical timeouts. But overall, what I'm looking at so far, lots of defense. Okay, so as I expected, I had not been informed of tactical timeout rules beforehand. Usually those are clarified early on, so or wondering if something's going on. I think KDI actually is playing on the east coast of North America and queuing over to Ping. Yeah, and Hero and Brownie are kind of in green. Yeah, okay, as I thought, there are no tactical timeouts there, so we'll just have to continue forward. All right, just got an update on the rules. So there are no tactical timeouts. However, there are technical difficulty timeouts. Like, obviously, if something's wrong, someone can't play the game, then that makes sense. We'll allow a timeout for a sec because it's really just about, you know, the merit of the game. So have to keep things fair and square. But there is no timeout in this league. Been so invested in this series that I haven't given you updates anywhere else, and Arrow certainly has a free goal. I've missed plenty of those in my career, but at this level of Rocket League, you certainly shouldn't be doing that. All right, mic check, mic check. All right. Kobex, quick one down. KDI wants to sneak one through both defenders, but I like this quick start that we're continuing to see from Nefarious. Just forcing FFE to constantly play on a back foot. It's not a sustainable way to win a game or even a series. Arrow, quick shot on. Kobex opting for more control, something that I've been advocating for this entire series. Arrow down, possibly to himself, but Kobex has been very low on boost just about this entire game, and oh no, a gift! Nothing short of it from Nefarious, just trying to get some control into the corner. And yeah, oh, even worse, Brownie was just trying to flip into his rotations, but an unfortunate 50 just meets his car. It happens. They'll need to shake that one off, but as much as own goals can be a little bit of a boost for other teams, you do wonder if that sort of stereotype is going to remain true. ADI, nice shot over, so it does look like momentum has swung just a slight bit in favor of FFE 18. Yeah, Brownie just couldn't react to that one fast enough, and Divinity was nowhere to be seen. It's one of the rare times in this series that Nefarious has been on the back foot. But great teams are able to work from any position. They need to prove that right now. Kobex continuing to play this boom ball. Divinity had a clean shot, but just misread it. Oh, this one. Harrow off the backboard. Kobex. More control than he had last time, which I like. Long clear out, and Kobex is in a tough spot. KDI, good save. But it seems like right after Nefarious have immediately gotten their stuff together, they just haven't turned it into a goal quite yet. Nice flick over to Divinity as Kobex in all alone. Nobody hits the ball though, and Lightning's able to rotate. Divinity shot and take it with KDI. Awkward ball. Nefarious gets faked. Kobex over one. Can't do much else with it. More sustained pressure, but the extended stay has left. No amazing chances so far. Although, right as I say no amazing chances so far, Kobex with the bump play, KDI puts in for a multi-goal lead, something that they haven't really seen much this series. Arrow has a free ball, plenty of boost to work with, wants the flick, but Lightning with a nice defensive play. No shots have gone into the void. For FFE 18, it looks like they finally fixed that issue. Kobex, long shot, Harrow controls on the goal line. Kobex could have had a dunk there, but didn't react in time to pot it into the empty net. Nefarious seemed a bit scattered for a second, but they're starting to pick it back up. Kobex, huge time waster right there. Lightning shot, but no. Dead ball 50 is going to waste a ton of precious seconds. Brownie keeps control, but the lack of boost is going to be a huge issue. Game 5 on the back foot with a 3-1 series deficit. They've clawed back and are at least forcing a Game 6. FFE keeps themselves alive. 3-1 victory. And really, what a game, honestly. I'm glad to see FFE have rebounded because we were expecting this to be a close series from the start. Best of 7 and 5 would have been only a slight disappointment. We've seen some really quality play so far, but it would have been, in my opinion, a slight disappointment to see such two just so close and intertwined rivals just kind of bow out in the lackluster grand finals. But glad we're seeing it at least go to 6. 6 is usually that magic numbers to make some series just incredible. Game 7 could also be on the horizon depending on how FFE plays this one. It's going to be lots of fun. The shot accuracy problem seems to be on the wayside. But can they keep that issue at bay? Game number 6 to decide a Game 7 or a Nefarious victory on the season. A nice quick start from FFE, but good defense in response. KDI turns, shoots, but Divinity has enough time to react. Harrow over one. Not a quick save. Shots haven't been too dangerous so far. And some EVs safe to boot. Looks like we're having some issues. Mic check, mic check. Looks like we are all right. Lightning is up. I feel like this might be the longest we've seen a scoring drought, but a quarter way into the game and Lightning has a perfect shot into the top left corner. High-flying offenses, a lot of things that we've been missing so far. But FFE continuing their quest for Game 7. And KDI could have opened it to shoot at, but nice demo from Divinity. Very smart on the demos from behind. Something that's very underutilized, I feel like, in high levels of play. That comes in handy. Arrow. Brownie should have a shot. Right towards Kobex. FB, I noticed a double commit there. You definitely want to keep those at bay if you want to have a decent chance. but it's only going to be a problem once it bites them. This entire FFE team has really put on the guns. In a rare display of mechanics from Lightning, we did see him attempt to flip reset right there. Not sure if he actually got it. But more mechanical plays and more creativity could be the answer. Double commits. Once again, Nefarious were having issues with those earlier in the series, especially on defense. It continues to be that way. Again, they're very desperate to keep these balls out of the net. It's worked for them in most cases, but double committing on defense is the easiest way to kill your counterattack. Yeah. Alone by himself up the sidewall, but Lightning backs off. Brownie is up, a bump looking for it, but it's masterfully avoided by Lightning. Fairly lackluster game 6 so far. The shots have been there, don't get me wrong. But we haven't seen the high level scoring that we've seen throughout the rest of the series. Rare whiff, but luckily the shot is not on target. Arrow, shot is on off the crossbar, but they do find a way in. A rare miss by Kobex, and suddenly game 6 gets a little more interesting. A couple rare whiffs do the job. Lightning very consistent. Kobex the same. The 1-2 punch on the whiffs. Brownie has it down off the crossbar though, but it gets a gift from Lightning, who is trying to get it wide. And a heartbreak for FFE 18 as they've just conceded so quickly. And not sure what the logic was there. I'm wondering if Lightning was trying to get on the backboard so he could take more control. What an unfortunate meet. Will an own goal be the game winner, and how much of a heartbreaker that would be? Lightning had a chance to redeem himself, but couldn't. Kobex is back, but a little too far back, and that might be bottom left corner. Divinity puts this one away. A multi-goal lead with 39 seconds to go. Kobex just caught a little bit too far up. You need to have a little extra aggression, but Lightning was just too far out of the play to make a difference on defense. Nefarious now just need to waste time. Divinity, there for the save. Divinity in alone against Kobex to put the nail in the coffin. Final 20 seconds. Off there, Divinity jumps for it. Brownie keeping it in their half. Another nice 150. Divinity up once again. Final 10 seconds. Countdown to take the Season 0 Tier 3 EU Grand Finals. Nefarious has done the job. GG's all around. Everyone stops. Let's that ball hit the ground. Nefarious victory in 6. A victory in 5 in week number 3. And a Grand Finals in 6. What a time we have. Congratulations to everyone. Both Nefarious and FFE 18. 2 podium spots. Nothing to be ashamed of. No shortage of great moments from this series. Nefarious, congratulations once again. And we should be holding somebody in, or pulling somebody in for an interview in a sec. We will get them in momentarily. But what a time this has been. We've seen basically all facets of the bracket. FFE, definitely worth noting that they were out of there fairly quickly, but understandable. A bit of a tilting series. Got it done though. Season 1 is going to be incredible once again. I'm sure both of these teams have already registered ahead of time. And with the MMR range, it looks like they'll either be playing in Tier 4 or Tier 3, depending on just how far they pushed the MMR ceiling for this one. There we go. Looks like we do have somebody on deck for an interview. Cecil, fantastic.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. It was a tough game.
There we go. Welcome, Cecil. How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. I mean, I was mad nervous, but I'm calmer now. Calmer now that we finished the game.
Nice, nice. So I don't recognize your name in between. Who were you on the pitch?
Brownie, Nefarious Brownie.
Brownie, there we go. So I noticed you had a little bit of a shaky start to game 1, but everything seemed to go on. What were the mentalities like coming into this series?
So it was literally just like take one goal at a time, one game at a time. We weren't really concerned about like, you know, the score or anything like that. We just kind of just wanted to put the back of the net and then just go from there, really. Yeah, it was a nervy start, but we're always like that at the start of any game, whether it's a final or not. But as soon as we get settled into it, best of sevens are our, you know, bread and butter, really.
That's good. I like to hear it. So how do you think, give me on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did you think you held up that mentality as the series went on? Say when FFE took game 5, how well could you hold up?
It was tough, to be fair. We had like a bit of a tactical timeout ourselves, to be honest. We were just kind of like
full 60 seconds. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we were just like, look, man, it's just one game. We've still got a 2-game advantage. You know, essentially all we need to do is just basically, you know, rectify the mistakes. I think I put an own goal in as well. I was just scoring so much that I wanted to score in our half as well. So
you did. I saw that, no, because you were if you don't remember completely, you were flipping behind your teammate on rotation, and in the middle of the flip, you couldn't control yourself. Ball just came your way and then slotted it in. But
it was a good shot, though. To be fair,
it was a fantastic shot. I mentioned on stream that the best shots always go into your own net. So. It's just how Rocket League works. Last question for you. How are you feeling? What are you looking forward to when Season 1 comes along, now that you've taken a victory here in these prelims, so to say?
I mean, look, so it's a big win for us as just like individuals, and also as like the org as well. Like, we're trying to set this up as, you know, like an up-and-coming organisation. We're in a couple other tournaments as well, but you know, it's huge to win this because it's obviously the first tournament. We just hope that there'll be a lot more people that'll participate in the next one in Season 1, because it is very competitive, and yeah, it's a fun format to play in.
Cool. Glad to hear it. Congratulations on your victory, and we hope to see you in Season 1. Cheers.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Cool. Everyone, that was Nefarious Brownie, also known as Cecil. What a great time we've had. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Shout out to Cookies for producing and commissioning all this. It has been fantastic. You can find me on YouTube, FizzyFanta, Twitch, FizzyFanta47, Twitter, FizzyFantaCo. I know it's all over the place, and on Discord, capital FIZZY, hashtag 2353. All things casting. Please hire me. I need money, but that's for another conversation. It's been great, and we will see you later in the night for some more action in Rocket League. This time it's going to be on the North American side. We'll catch you guys later.